and it's starting to, like, it's getting so bad, like, whatever we can do, but because we're all working so much all the time, and she doesn't stop working.
And we'll mark this down as our luckiest day ever.
Yeah.
The sun had barely risen over the quiet neighborhood of Maple Ridge when tension suddenly filled the air. The houses looked perfect, fresh paint, trimmed hedges, identical mailboxes. Everything was controlled, everything was watched. A young man named Ryan Cole pushed an old, rattling lawnmower across a yard that clearly hadn't been touched in months. The grass reached his knees, sweat soaked his shirt, but he didn't stop. Suddenly, a sharp voice sliced through the morning. "Hey, step away from that property." Ryan froze. From across the street, Linda Harrington, the head of the neighborhood HOA, stormed toward him, phone already raised, recording. "You are trespassing," she snapped. "I don't know who you think you are, but you're violating HOA rules." "I'm calling the police." Ryan shut off the mower slowly. His hands trembled, but his voice stayed calm. "Ma'am, I'm helping the homeowner. He can't do this anymore." "That's not your concern," Linda fired back. "People like you think you can do whatever you want." Within minutes, a police car pulled up. Neighbors stepped outside, whispering. Phones came out. The pressure was crushing. The officer approached Ryan. "Sir, do you have permission to be here?" Before Ryan could answer, the front door of the house creaked open. An elderly man named Walter Hughes stepped outside, leaning heavily on a walker. His face was pale, his legs shook. "Officer," he said weakly, "I asked him to help me." Linda's confident expression cracked. Walter continued, his voice trembling. "I'm a retired firefighter. I collapsed 2 weeks ago. No family. No strength left to keep my home clean." The officer turned to Linda. "Mom, did you speak to the homeowner before calling us?" Silence. Ryan lowered his head, embarrassed. "I'm not charging him anything. I just didn't want his house to get fined." Walter suddenly began to cry. "I thought no one cared anymore," he said. This young man showed up when everyone else looked away. The crowd fell silent. Linda slowly backed away, her phone shaking in her hand. She muttered something about rules before disappearing into her house. The officer helped Walter sit down. He shook Ryan's hand firmly. "Son," he said, "you did nothing wrong." Ryan restarted the mower. This time, neighbors joined in. One brought water, another helped trim the bushes. In a neighborhood built on control and fear, one act of courage broke the silence. Sometimes, doing the right thing feels dangerous until the truth is heard.